What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Fireside Chat. This week, we have got a great friend of the channel, an excellent member of the community, Joey from Jay's TCG Corner, Jay's Corner TCG. I always get that reversed.
You and Pokey Chloe. You and Pokey Chloe.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't. It's the language barrier, guys. It's the language barrier.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the English that I speak is very similar to the English she speaks, I suppose. No, it is. It's one. I guess it for whatever reason it rolls off the tongue better. Like Jay's TCG Corner, which really doesn't. Jay's Corner TCG just does flow a lot better.
It's fine.
Oh man, Joey, how you doing tonight, brother?
Pretty good, man. How you doing today?
I'm great. It's the end of a short week for me, but it feels like it was the longest week ever. I was in Colorado visiting my dad and my brothers from Friday till Tuesday, and just all the traveling and then the time difference. It's just like, even though it's only 2 hours, recovering from that has been like
it's tough.
It's nightmarish, man. I was talking to my wife earlier. I sat up in bed until like almost 2 o'clock in the morning after having to be up at 6 o'clock that morning. And I was so exhausted, and I went to bed. I'm just like, all right, why am I not tired right now? It's like, oh, my brain's like, oh yeah, it's like midnight now, even though it's 2 a.m. and I still had to be up at 6 o'clock the next morning. So glad it's the weekend. I finally made it. I can maybe get some real rest.
Yeah, but you have kids. It's not gonna happen.
No, it's not. Well, so our 11-year-old, man, we had to actually take him. So he wrestles. And the first night that I was in Colorado, we're going out to dinner, and we had just taken an Uber from my dad's house. It's me, my three brothers, my stepmom, and we all went to go grab dinner. And we get out of the Uber. We are walking in the restaurant. My phone rings. It's my wife calling me. So I'm like, oh, she's probably calling to let me know how his match went and everything. She gets on the phone, and I can hear she's distressed. She's like, all right, so we're taking Aiden to the emergency room now because he just got hurt. And as it turns out, so the kid went to flip him, and his ankle was sitting funny, and they both came down on it. So I took him today to the orthopedic surgeon because they were like, oh, they took him to the ER.
Yeah.
Like, I get him a walking boot or something and just see how he does for, the next few days. And it was getting to the point where it's like progressively getting harder and harder to walk for him. And it was more and more painful. So he fractured the growth plates in his ankle, which don't show up on an x-ray. So they were like, all right, cool. So they popped him in a cast, and he's walking around fine, but it's his first bone.
Always an ordeal, man. There's always something. Dude, it can never go smooth. Like, as soon as you're like in life with everything, it's like as soon as it goes smoothly, all of a sudden you're like,
right. And that is the beauty of parenting. I think it's so funny. I think in the description as like one of the things we're going to talk about is parenting as content creators. Because I know, shout out to Gonzo, that degenerate. I was on his show last night. We talked a bit about, being parents, and it's such a cool feeling, man. Like, I love my kids so much. I've got an 11-year-old and an 18-month-old, and the 18-month-old is now like a person. Like he's like, he's a human being now. Like, he's
personality now.
Yeah, dude. He's got so much character and personality. It's crazy. So yeah, no, what's up, everybody? Like I said, this is a Pokemon podcast, of Fireside Chats, but it also has some side talk and everything. So
minimum Pokemon, guys. Let's be real.
As little Pokemon as possible. I do have the Q&A open that I'll go throughout the course of the evening. I did see Chip Machamp questions. Yet we will absolutely dip into those. But I do like to start out the conversation. Even though, so at this point, I pretty much know a lot of folks' stories just because I've been watching everybody for the last year or so. And then I like to go back and do some deep dives and whatnot. But why don't you tell everybody, if they don't know, how did you get started in the hobby itself? Were you a 90s kid? Or I know you're 90s kid. We're probably about the same age range.
Yeah.
But what brought you back into the hobby? Because I feel like that's the story. We were all into it, and then we got out, and then we got back.
Yeah, man. Like everybody, we pretty much went all the way up to about the Neo era. Then fell off of that, got into Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit more during that time. I feel like that was like a transition that a lot of people did have. Just going from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh, and then that's when kind of like the anime on Yu-Gi-Oh kind of popped off over here as well.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until about I would always go back to the video games. Like on my Game Boy Color, my Game Boy Advance, excuse me, not my Game Boy Color, but my Game Boy Advance. And then I wanted to get like I never had Emerald as a kid, so like eventually down the line in like 2010 or something like that, I got myself a Game Boy Advanced SP, the one that flipped open, because I was,
absolutely.
I'm gonna be gaming at night, so it has to have the little light, because it had the built-in
backlight, dude. Yeah, the backlight, man.
I never had the little plug-in light for the Advance.
You didn't have a worm light?
No.
Man. Oh, dude.
Worm light. You asked my mom for a worm light. Mom, dude, can I get this light though? You got a flashlight at the house.
Yeah, exactly.
We
got worm lights at home.
But I wanted that just because obviously I had the light and everything. So I got that. Got the Emerald version because I love Rayquaza and everything. So I started playing that again. And then it kind of made me take a look at my old cards. But at that point I had no idea what I would be like looking at if I were to try to collect new sets.
Right.
What is that, 2010? So was that right around like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, maybe?
Yeah, I think 2019 is when those games dropped. So yeah, probably 2010 or 2009. I mean, not 2019. Okay. 2009 is when those games came out. So yeah, 2010 would be about right.
Yeah, and then it wasn't until about 2014 when Flashfire came out, right? And then the Charizard, everybody, we always kind of like bag on the Charizard a little bit because it's so freaking overused and overhyped, and I get it, but at the same time it kind of brings people back in.
It does.
So Flashfire got me back in a little bit more casually, and I started collecting that set. I started looking at different like old school WotC packs, and I picked up a couple at that time. I picked up some like Jungle and some Fossil. I think they were like $40 each, something like that. And there's a funny story that I made into a short because one of the packs, actually, so it was, I for some reason I forgot about it and I left it in one of my like my trunk. And then we were actually planning a trip to Vegas, and then a bottle of tequila was back there, and it popped open. And it spilled all through my trunk, and it ruined the Fossil pack as well. And then we opened it. One of my friends, Trey, was there, and he's been on my channel before. There was a hollow Lapras in that pack too, and I was so sad. I was so sad.
It's crushing.
Yeah, man. But that is kind of where like I kind of started getting back into it casually, and it really wasn't until about 2019 where I started actually like keeping up currently with every set and really getting back into it a lot.
Right. So real quick, just to shout out everybody, I got Water Rips in the chat, Alex is in the chat, Tyler Reagan's here, L Punk 418, Chris Klein.
What's going on, guys?
Yep, Better Value Charmander. Gonzo is in here, but he's playing D&D now, he says.
Oh, weak.
Poke-a-Pair, Misty, don't you start your crap tonight, all right? We're
Start it. Start it up.
We got Space Daddy in the chat.
Hey, Daddy.
Space Daddy in the chat. Package Totals in here. Chris Klein is handsome. Better Value Charmander. Shiny Ricardo Garcia. Thank you guys for being here. So yeah, no, I absolutely followed that same trend for the most part. Like Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, and Rocket right before that. Those were like the trifecta of sets that like, dude, I was born in 90. I'll be 34 this year. So 98, 99, I was 8-9 years old. Pokemon was made for me, man.
Right.
And I was massive into the games, and I played the card game, and then Neo came out, and I loved Gold and Silver to this day. Gold, Silver, and Crystal to this day are like my three of my favorite video games of all time. I think they're the peak of Pokemon in my opinion.
Those are the two games that kind of, because I was a little bit late because I was born in 93, so I didn't have like a regular Game Boy just because I wasn't really old enough to actually play with it or use it that much. So I got a Game Boy Color, and the first two games I got were Gold and Silver, and then kind of after that I got Red. I think Red was my first one, and then Blue. So I got Red and Blue. But yeah, Gold, goated, Silver, goated.
So good.
Love those.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Tyler Reagan, thank you for the dono, bro. Jade Hemner single-handedly completed my Obsidian Flames Master, pulled all the Zards. You're a legend, man. Love this pod choice.
Hey, appreciate you, Tyler.
Yep. Tone Loco's in the chat. What is going on, Tone? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, the Ball Squad coming through.
I'm telling you, man. We are everywhere. John, Pokepair. Oh, you can't submit a question. Dang, that sucks.
Pokepair, come on,
boy. You should just, I don't know, maybe not commit war crimes, and then you'll be allowed to submit questions. So,
got him.
but no, yeah, like you were saying, when Neo came out, that was pretty much right in line with Yu-Gi-Oh getting popular here, and I went so hard on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pause.
I was playing tournaments. I was just so massive into it.
Yeah.
And it got me out of Pokemon, and from there I actually progressed from Yu-Gi-Oh to Magic the Gathering. Because the card, like the mechanics of Magic are very similar to Pokemon, but it was like it was a much more, you're doing a lot more strategy with it, and that's kind of where I was. I played a lot of real-time strategy and RPGs and stuff on the computer. So Magic the Gathering really took my took hold of me, and I forgot about Pokemon, the trading card game, for 15 years after that. It wasn't until the Pokemon Go set. I still played the games. Like, I played Ruby Sapphire, I played Diamond and Pearl, I played Black and White, I did not play X and Y or Sun and Moon.
Me neither.
But I have them now. But
I heard I've never played Sun and Moon, but I heard that it's like probably one of the best games.
I've heard so many good things. I know Nick Opossum Bud has talked about how good Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
I
might have heard it from him too. But he pushes waifu, so I don't know if we could trust him. I don't know. He manipulates the market, guys. I don't know if we could trust Nick.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Opossum Bud is absolutely out here pumping cards,
pumping all the Marnies.
He is. He just all the Marnies. I love Nick. I tell you what, man. Gonzo and I were talking about him last night, but Nick, like he made a point to message me on Instagram like a day or two before my birthday to wish me happy birthday, because he knew he was going to be on a work trip and didn't want to miss it. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. Like, he's such a good dude. Doing the most. I love it. Let's see. Well, I know Clown Wig for tonight. Listen. It's
because on my channel, guys, there's an emoji of. Well, I have the emoji as a sticker right over here. It won't focus in on it, but basically it's me.
I love it. That's amazing.
In a clown wig, holding a Pokemon card. And when I hit 4K, there was a clown wig that mysteriously showed up in my house or something. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a thing. Don't know how it became a thing, but it became a thing.
That's awesome. Pokepair, though, I don't know why you're not allowed, like why it won't let you ask questions, but you should be able to. It's open to everybody, because mods are in here asking questions, and you guys are mods. Barely. I'm about to actually nuke you guys for all the meanness that you're doing to me.
Go for it. Do it.
Right. Do it.
No holds bars. Do it.
Do it. No, yeah, it's interesting, the journeys that have kind of all brought us together where we are. Like I kind of mentioned, the first set that I got into, like when I got back into the hobby, was Pokemon Go, which is
interesting one, but because it was something you could relate to from the 151.
Well, it's not like that, but I played Pokemon Go. Like, even though I did play Sword. I played about an hour and a half of Sword, and then my Switch crapped out and I couldn't play it anymore. But like, I played Pokemon Go from day one. I loved it, and that was that was my Pokemoning. So when they announced the Pokemon Go set, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I'll dive into this a little bit. See, it'll be cool to visit this. Plus, I really wanted the Team Instinct. I wanted the Team Instinct pin and all that, and so I did. Like, I cracked open packs, and that was it, bro. Like, it was game over for me. I bought a Darkness Ablaze ETB because I didn't know anything.
You said Charizard. Nothing. I'm going in on that set.
I saw the Eternatus on it, which I thought.
Okay.
I thought the ETB box looked really cool. So like, I knew nothing about Modern. So when I was opening up Pokemon Go, and I pulled out the Conkeldurr Alt Art, and I pulled a Rainbow Dragonite, and all the holos in every pack, I'm like, what is happening? Like, dude, I'm stacked. All right, let's go. I was not. I was not. Well, I mean, it was the launch of Pokemon Go. So actually, the Conkeldurr I ended up selling to a card shop for about $25 or $30, because at that point it was worth like $60, because it was like day one type
That's a
stuff.
win.
It was. That card will never be worth
5 days later. It was $3.
Yeah, exactly. We got Sniff McRib rolling in the
up,
chat. What's
Sniff?
going on, Sniffy? How you doing, brother? Tone Loco, Polka Travis.
Oh yeah, it's this Trav. Say what's up to Trav, guys.
Oh man, I'm never gonna live that down.
At least we call it. You call you Trav on purpose, you know.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not an accident. Thanks, Ryan. All right, so let's grab one quick question before we move on to some more of mine. So we have Better Value Charmander wants to know what made this one for me. What made you choose the Tina as your chase, and what in that set specifically? And then for you, Jay, what was or is your legacy chase card and favorite Pokemon? I'll let you go first. You're the guest. Legacy chase card or Pokemon?
Realistically, I think on the channel we've pulled every single modern chase you can pull, except for the Altaria from this current Paradox Rift set, which we are in the channel. We're about almost 3,000 packs into chasing in Paradox. 3,000 packs by tomorrow. We will be there. So Altaria at the moment. Legitimately, as far as modern goes, I would like to pull the what would I want to pull? Probably something from Sun and Moon. The Latios tag team alt art. That would be awesome to pull. Like something that you can like attainable, not going back. But my all-time favorite card. I don't know if I have it back here still. No, I don't have it back there anymore. But my all-time favorite card is the Houndoom from what was that?
Neo Genesis?
From Neo Revelations. But I want to buy the Aquapolis and the Skyridge Houndooms as well, because Houndoom's my favorite Pokemon.
Right on.
So I want to buy those ones.
That's awesome. Before I get into my answer, package total is here. What is going on, brother? Cover 21. How you doing, my dude? Chris Klein, fact number 37. Did you know Chris Klein and PokeRev actually have a center to reprint vintage boxes in New Jersey? Space Daddy is awesome. Pokemon Shed is in the chat. What is going on, Sheddy? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Mr. Zard's Mix, how you doing? Ash, how you doing?
Ashley, what's going on?
The Pokemon who must not be named.
Yeah, F the Altaria, man. Like,
yeah,
what
bro.
the hell?
Dude, I tell you what, man, I was stoked. Like I've opened Paradox is actually my favorite set.
I actually like the set too. So
I love it so much. So when I get my first this will actually be kind of like my first low-key announcement for our first members giveaway. So when I'm gonna be getting my first like YouTube kickback pretty shortly here, and I'm going to use it to invest in a case of Paradox Rift because I just want to keep ripping that set. But we will be doing a booster box giveaway of Paradox Rift probably in the middle of February, and that'll also be just kind of like my 1 year celebration stream, because I think I'm 2 weeks away from my first year on YouTube, which is crazy to me.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's wild. I was thinking about it the other day, but my channel, so like the channel date is like January 26th, but I think I did my first video like beginning of February. It was after Crown Zenith had come out.
Gotcha.
And I had done an ETB opening, and I pulled the gold Dialga or the gold Palkia. No, yeah, the gold Dialga, my first video. But yeah, so it will be middle of February. So stay tuned to the channel. I will announce that, but we're going to be giving away a booster box of Paradox Rift, because that is like, it may be a hot take now, but I know that I'm going to look back and everybody's going to agree with me. But Paradox Rift is the Evolving Skies of Scarlet and Violet. So many incredible alt arts, and the pull rates are not good. Like,
the pull rates are going to be really tough.
Dude, it's rough, man. I've gotten so lucky. I've pulled the Roaring Moon twice, and I pulled the Iron Valiant once, and it's like I almost want to quit. It's like, all right, I just, I'm done. Like,
but it keeps bringing you. Like, y'all got some more of that Paradox Rift,
right, though? Dude, like, are you kidding me right now? This Loudred? Are you kidding me with this card?
Love it.
Like,
love it,
dude. Are you kidding me with that?
I want one of those too.
Yeah.
My moderator, Clan Fan, sent me the Magikarp.
Nice, that's awesome.
With awesome extended artwork on there too. Shout out to Clan people.
Big shout out to Undead Driver, who and I can actually segue this into answering Better Value Charmander's question, but big shout out to Undead Driver for the slab case for my Tina.
Clean.
So to answer your question, Better Value Charmander. I got back into the hobby, and I was just kind of ripping. Like I would buy like an ETB or something because again I didn't know pull rates and whatnot. And I got back into the hobby, and I was just ripping packs. And I opened up. So I'm a property manager. I manage a mall, and I opened up an LCS or helped an LCS open up in the mall. And I would go to him, and I would get a few packs here. But I started opening up booster boxes. And I opened up 2 booster boxes of Silver Tempest and pulled the Lugia. And that was the first alt art I had ever. Well, I'd seen the Conqueror, but I didn't realize I thought it was just a really nifty card. But I pulled the Lugia alt art, and I asked I'm sitting there looking at him, I'm like, yo, and he's like, his eyes, he's all bug eyed. He's like, dude, are you kidding me right now?
It's a top card.
It is a top card in the set, and I'm like, are they all do all the sets have this? He's like. And he told me about TCG players. Like, go sit down on TCGplayer.com. Look at look at everything from chilling or battle styles up, and you'll see that they all have alternate arts. So I started looking up everything, man, and I came across the Giratina in Lost Origin, and the artwork itself. I love Giratina as a Giratina is my favorite Pokemon. It always has been ever since Platinum came out. So, yes, Shetty, is this any good? Like that? It wasn't at like. I knew I had something I knew I had something special in my hand, but I just didn't realize how I didn't realize it was a $200 card at the time.
Right.
And so so I ended up I saw the Giratina. It's my favorite Pokemon. It has been for 15 years. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I pulled the top card out of the second booster box. I bet I could do it again. Chris Klein. Holy crap. Bro. Yeah, I don't have that set up yet on mine.
Did you guys hear the explosion?
Yeah. Did you get that new computer yet? If you did, here's some Paradox Rift Duck. It's my guy. Also, Ashley is the best lawyer and financial advisor in the universe. Legend. Speaking of legends, Chris Klein.
Oh, Chris.
Time. I have not yet.
Hell yeah.
That's wild. Thanks, Chris, bro. Lost my train of thought again.
Understandable. Don't even worry. I don't even know what we're doing here, to be honest. I thought we were just sipping on some.
Yep, I've got my ice water.
Some juice. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I was like, oh, I could easily pull the top chase again, just like that easy. So I traded. It's an LCS. So I traded it and got a booster box of Lost Origin, which I think was like I think I got like. This was a month and a half after Silver Tempest came out, so it was still about $215. I think I got like $180 for it, which isn't bad, honestly, for trade value. So I got the. I love you too, Chris. You're a good dude.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT.
So yeah, I traded in. I got a booster box of Lost Origin. And I got like another ETB of Lost Origin, and
didn't bullshit.
Nothing, dude. Not a damn thing. And like I was just like, all right. Well, that's cool. So next week I was like, I bought another box of Lost Origin, and I did that. And it was like box number 5. And at that point, that was kind of like when my content creation had started, because I'd taken a break from Lost Origin because Crown Zenith came out. And I spent like a month and a half just educating myself and getting to know the hobby and learning everything I could. And I became like
I encourage people to do that. Encourage people to do that, especially when you're barely getting into it. So many different things in this hobby, to be honest.
It's crazy. And everything changes from set to set. Like it's wild. I mean, you look at early Sword and Shield, there's no alt arts. There's nothing crazy about it, which is kind of interesting because it's indicative of early Sun and Moon. There's no alt arts in early Sun and Moon. You don't have anything crazy like that. It wasn't until, the tag teams and everything started really that happened. So it makes sense that it wasn't like that, but it's weird to think about the first 3 sets of Sword and Shield not having alt arts, because alt arts were everything that made Sword and Shield what it is.
Yeah. And when they obviously, I'm curious as to why they kind of went away from it early on. When they went, I guess because like they had the VMAX thing and they were just running with the VMAX, and I'm curious as to what made them bring back an alt arts in battle styles. Which at battle styles notoriously is just kind of frowned upon, just looked down upon.
Which is so weird to me because the cards are there's
flapples in that set. There's flapples, the freaking flapple VMAX.
You're right.
So
but we still love Evolving Skies, even though you open a pack and you got an Appleton guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like Dude, the Appleton non-hollow and Evolving Skies is
It's the bane of my existence, man. You have no
scarring.
idea.
It is heartbreaking. So, but we still love evolving. We still love evolving. So, you know, like, yeah, no shot.
Don't ask me why they're in sleeves. I was sent this because of how much of a troll it is on my channel. I was sent an entire care package of literally just apples.
But no,
so you guys know.
Yeah.
We don't mess with the apples.
If you pull Flapples, send them Jay's way.
It's great.
No, it's it is very so better value Charmander. Yeah, like I saw that card and I fell in love. The artwork and the artist. So Shinji Kanda is hands down, in my opinion, the greatest artist in Pokemon. Period. His work, it's always like it's abstract in a lot of ways, but always just makes a point to compliment the character, like the Pokemon on the card. You know, you got the Slowbro sleeping on the park bench in Scarlet Violet base. You have the Giratina in the Distortion World. You got the Absol whipping out of the shadows in Paradox Rift. Like,
yeah,
his artwork is just second to none in my opinion. I like Kamiya. Kamiya is my second favorite artist.
That's my favorite artist.
Yeah, and that for good reason.
Right up there with Arita too for me. But
yeah, Arita is another amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Undead Driver, what's going on, brother? I see you're in the chat.
What's going on? Filler, I see you, Alex, Ricky. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So let's see. Gonzo would like to know, does Joey love all?
Everybody except for Gonzo. Hate that guy. Hate that guy. He's the absolute worst.
Yeah. The worst.
I don't know why he's right here next to me, but that's him right there.
That's awesome.
The freaking worst.
I love Gonzo. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a sweet degenerate.
Sweet degenerate. Have those words been uttered together before? What a sweet degenerate he is.
Yep. Absolute sweet degenerate. Hey, I'm a sweet degenerate. I know we were talking after the show last night, and I was like, I was thanking him for having me on. He's like, oh no, man, look, I saw your content. And he's like, I knew you were just as much of a degenerate as I am. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, that's fair. I mean, I know my content doesn't really showcase it, but I do. I like to just enjoy myself and have a good time, especially with this stuff. So we can actually, continue sidewinding everything in. So your content creation journey, you've been doing this for what, for 2 years now, or?
I started in 2020, but I didn't start my channel with Pokemon. I was actually doing because I love basketball. I was doing basketball. Right. I was doing like workout content like that. So that's what I started it out with. And then I think I found he said me too. So, I love it. What made me do Pokemon? No, I didn't realize that there was like a whole community around Pokemon and everything like that too. So like I was just collecting by myself, and I was feeling a little, like, okay, I have no one to share this with. It's awesome, but nobody to share this with. So at some point I Googled something, not Googled, I put it in YouTube, something about Pokemon. And then I think Unlisted Leaf came up, Rev came up, and I started watching Rev's live streams. And I was traveling a lot during that time for work. So I had a lot of time. So I was binge watching just like his old streams, his current streams, and everything. So that kind of got me back into, well, not got back into, but made me enjoy the content and the community aspect of it. And then I started watching Trainer Trey like a lot. I became a mod on his channel. He doesn't stream or do live streams a lot anymore just because he has a shop running now in Canada.
Yeah.
But I got introduced to him, to Pokeball and Mike, to Sergio, to Diz, to a ton of people at that time. And I think I was like, I really want to be a part of this in a bigger capacity. So that's when I started making content geared towards Pokemon. I deleted all my old content because I didn't want people seeing it and then like, oh, he has this type of channel, and then there's two conflicting things on my channel. So I was like, all right, let me just get rid of it and just go straight into Pokemon.
Right. No, I dig that a lot. So I actually, I found Pokemon content on accident, and I'm grateful for it. So going back to me being informed by my buddy to start like studying TCG player, I went in and looked at all the I looked at it in all at all their information about the Lost Origin pull rates, and they were going like they're talking about all of the the LO pull rates and the like odds of pulling specific cards, and it was like 1 in 800 chance of pulling the Aerodactyl unless your name is Pokerev, and it had a link. And I clicked on it. It was the 12-hour stream where Rev didn't pull he streamed for 12 hours, did not pull the Aerodactyl. Second box of Lost Origin I opened, I pulled the Aerodactyl.
You're probably looking at it like, oh my God, like this is.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I pulled the card he didn't pull. It's not the card I wanted, but holy crap. So it was one of those things, but that's how I found content creation. So I'm like, I property management, I manage them all. And I spend a lot of time at my desk. And when I'm at my desk, I usually have like podcasts or something.
Yeah.
Can a mod ban Pokepair, please?
You could make that happen. You could do it. You have the power, Trev.
Could a mod please ban Pokepair? Pokepair, in fact, could you ban Misty? John, ban Misty. Okay. Jonathan,
look at us.
Ban Misty.
Now look at her. Now look at us. Who's more important to your life?
Yeah, exactly. But no, man, it was I found Rev, and I listened to podcasts, and I'll have like I had Rev's 12-hour live stream playing kind of in the background. I'd click over and watch it, and I'm just like more and more fascinated by the fact that he had like all of these all of these people watching and just interacting. I'm like, wow, this is so much cooler than me sitting in my office on my lunch break cracking open a booster box. Like it was just like I could do this. And I sat down one day and I looked at my wife and I was like, honey, I'm starting a Pokemon YouTube channel. And she's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to buy Pokemon cards and I'm going to open them up on YouTube. And one day it could make money, but either way, I could have a lot of fun doing it. And she was just like, as long as we don't go hungry. No, she didn't. She was just like, she was so supportive and still is. Like, she is my biggest fan. So I'm going to actually jump through to the bottom of the questions from Pokepair. Where can I get one of those sweet wicker chairs? So this wicker chair is sweeter than you think.
How sweet?
My wife, my biggest fan.
Don't tell us what you did. Oh, okay.
So she took fabric.
That's pretty dope.
And sewed fabric onto it to make it a 151 Pokemon chair.
It's custom.
It's custom. So you cannot get this Pokemon chair or this wicker chair.
It's one of one unless you pay him about, a couple thousand.
Listen,
we'll negotiate it.
If you match Chris Klein's donos for the night, then maybe we'll talk.
It'll be up on eBay. We'll start shilling it at the end just to increase it. So you guys look out for that.
Somebody get Nick on the line. Get him to start pumping it. Opossum Bud says, if you want
to become the next Rev, you need this one of one wicker chair.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm buying today is one of one wicker chairs. But no, yeah, it's my wife, she has been so cool through all this, and just like she knows how much it means to me, and we had her holiday party tonight, and she was exhausted before we even went out to go eat and stuff. So I know she's upstairs laying down. Normally she's in the chat with everybody, and she'll probably pop in for a hot second at some point. But no, shout out to Mrs. Pokatrev for being so supportive of this. So what was it like? What did your wife say when you said, "Hey, honey, I'm starting a Pokemon channel"?
I didn't tell her that part of it. I told her initially when I wanted to do like YouTube and everything, and she kind of had the same like as funny as it is, as long as we don't go hungry. But like
exactly,
it's kind of like okay, where it was more of the aspect of like, where are you going to fit this into the time that you kind of don't already have? So I think, starting with like the basketball and working out, I kind of cut back on that exponentially, especially when I changed it into like Pokemon, because there's just not enough time in the day to
No, yeah,
work, be with your family, and everything like that. And then on top of that, you're trying to carry on a YouTube channel and everything. But so it's all about time management. Sometimes, sometimes I'm good with it. Sometimes I'm bad with it.
yeah,
Trying to stay in the middle is what I aim for, but I usually fail. But she's always been really good about you know giving me the time to do things like this. Hang out with you guys.
of course,
Watching the kids. We got 2 kids as well. We actually we have a 6-year-old and a 6-month-old. So yeah,
nice. That's a
it's
good
like
age that's a great age difference, actually, though. Like, I mean,
he helps so much. It's
he does,
great.
dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, we have an 11-year-old, and he's incredibly helpful. But like, whenever I was growing up, I was 13. Like, when at the end of me having younger siblings, I was 13. My brother was 7, and our baby sister, when our baby sister was born. So, like, the two of us, man, like we were like we were the other dads. Like, we were just always there, just
Yeah,
helpful.
man. No,
Awesome.
it's been like it's been so much fun to be able to do this. And I mean, I always, sometimes we give her crap on my channel. She'll pop in and,
Yeah.
say, talk some shit, whatever. But then we're like, it's all love, because without her, we wouldn't be able to do anything
Right.
on my channel, or I wouldn't
Of
be
course.
here right now too. So
That's awesome. No, yeah, it is very important. I could not imagine
I think she's
if
talking to you
my
right
wife.
now.
Oh yeah.
What was that? She said, "Are you talking about me? Because I haven't heard those words before."
Oh man. Rushmore show. Welcome in, guys. Can I please get a link drop for the Rushmore show? Can I also get a link drop for Pokemon Shed as well? I would
Shut it.
say, yep, I would say drop a link for Pokepair, but Misty's pissing me off, so um but wifey does hear everything. Um no, yeah, like if it's so funny, because I knew whenever I told my wife what I was planning to do, that she wouldn't have an issue. Like,
Yeah.
I knew that she's always been my biggest fan, and I'm always her biggest fan. She's got some really cool stuff that she's got in the works that I will absolutely be, pumping on my channel, even though there's not necessarily any sort of correlation, but I'll absolutely promote her stuff with my
Nice.
platform.
What is that stuff? And
I
just
mean,
get a
well, she's working on some e-commerce stuff that is
nice.
actually got some pretty cool potential. So, we'll talk.
Very
Everybody's gonna
cool.
hear all about it, because I'm gonna be so stoked on my lady. It's gonna be like, "Welcome to Poketrev, sponsored by Mrs.
Sponsor.
Poketrez Poke Shop." Like, um, but no, it is so important, and so cool, and just so much fun. And I didn't realize, I didn't realize just how tight the community was. I know you asked last night in Gonzo's stream. That was actually our final question. But you asked, like, what the most important moment for content creation, or in content creation, was.
Mhm.
And for me, it really is like finding my place in this community.
Yeah.
Was like that was the most important thing to me, man. Like, I know you and I, when we started texting or messaging each other on Instagram,
Those 3
months
a.m.
and months.
text.
Yeah,
Those 3
I'm
a.m. Are
telling you,
you up
man. Yeah,
text?
yeah, exactly. But it's just like, "Hey, man, how you doing? What's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
big fan of your work, and you're like, "Oh, big fan of your work," and just like us talking back and forth, and just like the whole notion of like creating friendships, and that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I have we have I have like 4 or 5 very good friends in the area that we live in. So we live in Pennsylvania, and we both moved here in 2020. So, like, it was like a whole, like, building a brand new friend group up here has been interesting. But like with my work and with her work, it's easy to kind of meet people. But we've got about 6 or 7 very good friends
Mm.
that we've met in the last 3 years, and then I've got 40 or 50 people that I would consider good friends that I've met in the last year,
Right.
and half of them are on the other side of the planet.
Never met them in person. Half
Never
of them.
met them in person.
Well,
Like,
okay.
who
At
knows
this point, but you're going to card party, right? You said.
Yes, sir.
So,
Oh, absolutely.
that was the case for me until like this past year when we went to card party, and it
Right.
was
Yeah.
it was so funny just being able to meet everybody that you've
Right.
known but
Right.
haven't
Exactly.
met.
Yeah. Nice to know you and then meet you.
Yeah, and it was like we had been friends forever already, you
Oh,
know. So like
absolutely.
whoever you walked up to that you like talk to on a regular basis or
Right.
whatever, it was just like not missing a beat. It was
Right.
it was
Exactly. It's like, hey,
so cool.
yeah. Yeah. I can't wait, man. So my wife is coming. We're gonna make it. I know my kids don't watch the podcasts. And my nieces and our oldest are big fans of like the opening streams and stuff, but they don't watch the podcast. But no, we're actually gonna make it like a full family trip down because it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
I have like since my wife and I got together, I've not been away from our oldest for a Father's Day.
Yeah.
He's so my oldest is he's my stepson, but we're working on, we're working on making that more than that. But I have to donate to Poketrav. I gifted his first and worst membership. Also, Daddy, you told all lies except the handsome part. Wait till y'all see my dress at Poke Pairs Live tomorrow. Hype train! Dude, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Chris, I forgot about the Austin Reed gifted membership. So yeah, Austin, shout out to Austin Reed. I know you can't chat here, but if you're watching, please don't go on a psycho murdering spree. The very first gifted.
I missed something in here.
Yeah,
I missed something.
You missed something in Vault and Ryan's Discord. We had a member kind of go crazy. He just went a little nuts. But no, I'm so looking forward to Card Party, man. It's crazy. How excited I am for that. And I've also I signed up to be a creator. I better be. If it's not, I'm gonna be very disappointed. No, there's nothing disappointing about it. But I signed up to be a creator, which, even if I'm not like one of the ones that has a little card on the website, like just knowing that I'll be able to walk around and record content without people being weird about it is gonna be exciting. And just meeting all you guys, man. Holy crap. It's gonna be crazy.
I think for anybody that didn't go last year that's going to be going this year, I would say you're going to have whatever plan you have as far as content creation. It's going to be difficult to achieve because of the amount of things you're going to want to do besides that. You're going to want to be in the moment. It's one of the very few times you're going to have this deep urge to make content, but at the same time, because you're around everybody, you're not going to want to make content. So it was very difficult.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to strap my phone to my chest and live stream the entire thing.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I did. I live streamed like the panels, and I think I was one of the only people that did it. Right. And I think it was one of the highest viewed videos that I had as far as live streams.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I love that. I love that mimicry.
One of my best friends, now ex-girlfriend, made it for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shout out to my man Trey.
Yo. Can't afford Card Party, so had to settle for a shed party.
Hey, sounds pretty exclusive to me, man.
That does sound exclusive. Oh, I love your little Mimikyu in the back there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I showed us as a Poke Pair.
Yeah, all right, right on. Sheddy, thank you for the dono, bro. I appreciate it, man. Shed's been a massive supporter of mine, like since the jump. He and I,
Shed's awesome.
He is between him and like Good Times, like they were my first. Oh, and also so another content creator, and he's somebody that I have not watched a lot of his content lately just because it falls at an odd time in my day and I just don't get a chance to go back and watch. But Static, he's an Irishman. And he was my first Irish buddy. Yeah, Static, he's great. I still need to find out if he ever pulled his Lugia. So I never told him this because his chase is the Lugia. He opened more Silver Tempest trying to pull the Lugia than I did Lost Origin trying to pull the Giratina. Yes, Misty, I pulled the Giratina. Yes, you pulled it quicker than I did, but I pulled it. Damn it. Yo, Pokegas. Speaking of the Aussie, look, you mentioned Aussie fam and another one of his.
I love all the Aussies, man. Like,
me too.
Truly,
man. There's so much energy and passion and love. It's great. dude. And that's the thing. Like that's just it. It's a global movement, man. It's a global community. You
It
know,
keeps
we
getting bigger too. It like
does,
from when I
dude.
kind of started getting into it, it's grown exponentially, and it's for the most part, it's everybody in there. I've yet to maybe one or two bad seeds, but I've yet to meet like a lot of people that are just not good, or maybe I just kind of stay away from whatever the bad is, and I just leave it to Nick or Opossum Bud to tell me like, oh yeah, this person did this and this and this. I'm
Right.
like, I saw
Yep.
that coming.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for my Mountain Dew. I knocked it over and it rolled down our basement. So we live in the Northeast, and so I'm in a basement, and the way our basement's built is it's like on an incline because we have a French drain in case it floods down here. So I knocked my Mountain Dew over and it rolled across the basement.
Yeah, I used to have to. So before we moved to our new spot that we're in right now, I had to always drive to my mom's house to set up in the garage
Oh
and
yeah,
set it up, take it down, set it up, take it down. Anytime
right,
I streamed, so like I had I had like whole tutorials on my channel somewhere. There's probably a playlist for it, like of me setting up and what I do and what I use and everything like that.
right.
I do not miss having to do that. That was very time consuming.
Oh, dude, I tell you what, so not that I had a very like I didn't have like the boom arm for my phone. I didn't have the boom arm for my mic. I had a very basic setup. My first setup was my stack of ETBs on our dining room table with my playmat and webcam on top of the plane or on top of the ETB boxes. I had my laptop to the left. Now it's still similar because I have my laptop to my left. I got my webcam on top of my monitor, but I spent 15-20 minutes getting everything perfect.
Yeah.
And then recording. And then, 15-20 minutes at the end, making sure our dining room table was cleared off so we could eat dinner that night. Until Father's Day. And, it kind of goes back to my wife being my biggest supporter, man. For Father's Day this year, she built me my first streaming area in our bedroom. And
Damn.
like I said, I'm down in the basement now, but the chair, the badass wicker chair that I have. And, so this blanket right here, actually, this was our oldest from like 5 or 6 years ago that he hasn't used since then, but we still had it. So she put up hooks behind, like on a wall in our bedroom, got me a desk and built a desk for me. And then got me a monitor tower for my monitor, or like a swinging arms for my monitors, got me lamps, got me everything I needed, and just had this in our bedroom. So for the longest time, then I was like in our bedroom, and we spent a weekend kind of maneuvering stuff in our basement and clearing stuff out. And finally I was like, we don't have, like, our bedroom's not big. It's 11, it's 11 by 11. It's 100 square feet. So I was like, honey, we finally have room in the basement. I'm going to move down there. And it was so bittersweet because it's like, all right, cool. We'll have this room in our bedroom again. But like, we would lay there, we'd lay there and look over and be like, oh, it looks so empty.
You guys have so much room for activities now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So real quick, shout out to Undead
Pokemon
Driver.
TCG and Undead Driver.
Undead Driver. Thank you for the dono. Undead, so hey, be on the lookout next week. You should be having something come your way. We've got Pokemon TCG. Trev's a very humble guy. I remember when he told me not to give up on my channel, like Joe Dirt, got to keep on going. Keep on keeping on. Pokemon, yes. I thank you for saying that. I would not, I don't know that I appreciate you calling me humble. I have been told that I'm humble, and I guess I am. I'm not, like, I don't know. I get weird about success, and I'm very successful at this point. Like, I'm incredibly successful at this point. It trips me out. I don't know how to handle it sometimes.
Yeah.
Jay, come on, dude. No, you can't, knock it off.
I didn't do anything. My finger slipped.
Oops.
My finger slipped.
Better Value Charmander. So BBC, my dude, he's been with the channel since the beginning. Hey, Poketrev, you deserve not just a sponsorship. Mountain Dew should give you your own Poketrev flavor. So that's
Well, what flavor would that Mountain Dew be, though?
It would be Mountain Dew Spark rebranded to Mountain Dew Poketrev, because this is the best flavor of Mountain Dew. PepsiCo, if you're watching, your boy Trev. I know I haven't done this in a while, but you guys burned me with that email saying you wouldn't sponsor me. But I'm still here. I'm out here. I'm out here.
We
I'm
got
out
you
here with Mountain Dew Spark, and it's the best flavor of Mountain Dew ever.
You gotta hit him with a.
Oh, it's.
That is commercial worthy.
I thank you.
They should use your eye in the commercial.
If they do and they don't pay me, I'm suing. Gaz, thank you for the one gifted, man. If you guys end up getting gifted a membership, please thank the person who did it. And that's the thing. So I had a buddy of mine ask me. He's like, "Oh, you're into content creation. What's your community going to be called?" And honestly, I have no intention of starting a Discord. I don't even know what I'm going to call I don't even know that I want to call my community anything, because I like to be like the culmination of all the other communities. Like, obviously Vault Squad for life. Like, that is number one always. Like, no matter what I do, I'm always going to be Vault Squad, because Sean got me to 1,000 subs. I didn't ask for that. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I was literally on my way to pick up my kid from daycare, and all of a sudden I hear him, because I had the break playing on my stereo. All of a sudden he's talking about, everybody, let's get Trev to 1,000 subs right now. He's only 150 away. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm driving, but also, the one name that I would want to use, I can't use, because my last name is Hart. I'm Trevor Hart. I could have been the Hart Squad, but some loser decided that he wanted to have it instead. His nice name's not even Hart. Is bull
doesn't
crap.
Even fit.
Exactly. Shetty, dude, my dude, you got me, like, dude, you almost had me crying, bro. So Shed sent me a video message on Insta after that, man, and we were talking, and bro, like, Shed had, like, I was already like almost on the verge of tears, but Shed, bro, you had me in tears, man. That was just so, like, so much love, and that's what I love about this. So no, like, I'm not gonna start my own Discord. I'm always just gonna be a mod in Vault, and I guess I'm a mod in Poke Pairs and a mod in Ryan's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When that happened?
It happened like 2 months ago, man. I was just like, I jumped on stage for one of the mod podcasts. Like, all right, raised my hand and I got invited on stage, and I woke up the next morning and I was a mod. So I'm like, all right. And then Poke Pair made me a mod. So then I turned around and made them a mod.
And you're a mod.
And you're a mod.
And I'm a mod.
I'm a mod. He's a mod. She's a mod. And Shed's a mod now. All right, so we're actually gonna make Shed a mod, just because, why not? I'm a mod in his channel. He could be a mod in mine. But no, it's dude, it's so weird. Success is funny.
My bad, Trev. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay?
It's all right. That's okay.
Sorry, guys. I forgot to member up myself, so there I go.
Oh man, you guys. So we're gonna take this time while he steps away. Let me see if there are any questions directly for me. Hey everybody, here's me in the solo layout. What's happening? I'm gonna answer some of the chat. Better Value Charmander, I helped you. Dude, I forgot about the fact that I sent you those cards. That's awesome. Pokemon Wonder. Hey everyone, hope you're well this Friday. Middest mods of all time. We are the middest mods. Ashley is a legend. Legendary status. All right, let me see. See if I can find. Let me find a good question. Better Value Charmander wants to know, who is Raid? So Raid is actually Raid is
sorry about that, guys.
Very good. That's the beautiful thing about
this.
Oh wow,
I'm bigger. Now I'm smaller.
Yeah. Well, first you were non-existent. First I went like that, and then I did that on accident. Now we're like that. Shed threw this in before I get back to the actual Q&A, and we're actually we have tons of questions in the Q&A, but Shed asked this, and I like this. What's your long-term YouTube goals? Joey, go.
Man, when I started it, I couldn't think a month ahead, to be honest. Now, short term, trying to get to 5K is like kind of like a goal. But the more I've been in this, the more I realize it's different for everybody. Like your goals change, and like what you want to do with it changes so much. Like I thought subs when I first started this, I thought subs was everything, but I think it's more so making sure that my community is appreciated more so now too, because I mean, I don't know, I see so many people get into it, and I just want to make sure that I stay like who I am and be happy with what I have, but never give up like working, like put that work in still, and have fun while doing it. There was a point in time where I felt like I was a little bit burnt out. But I kind of like shook that off and, kind of refocused myself. And I think it's just, that's not a goal at all. What I'm saying is not a goal at all.
Right. No, but it is. Your goal is to, like you said, make sure your community is where you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love the community that we've been able to grow on my channel. Man, I'm so damn appreciative for everybody that's ever come through, even hit a like or been a part of it, spent any time, let alone like, because we do breaks on my channel and like openings, so let alone like time, let alone like their money, like on whatever packs we're opening up during that stream or whatever. But on top of that, trying to refocus coming up in February to do more pre-recorded content again, which I used to do a little bit more frequently, but kind of just fell off of it for a little while. And I think you kind of settle into that mentality of not doing what you kind of get accustomed to things like streaming, like, it's easy to throw on the stream. It is easy to throw on the stream, but getting everything prepared and I think handling the chat is a different story. But getting back into pre-recorded content, because whenever I'm sitting down to edit, I'm like, yo, this so time consuming, but once you like make it's like really, really worth it. So it's just pre-recorded content, and really solidifying my community more so than it is right now.
Right. Well, according to PokePair, their goals are all about having fun and being a trash troll.
A troll is the best.
It's a ton of fun. Yeah.
The only place I'm a troll is on like Gonzo's channel, and it's the best. Like F that guy,
Yeah. No, Shetty, that's a banger question, because I got into this for the wrong reasons, because I didn't understand. Like I was young. I was younger in my content creation lifestyle. I'd never created content before. And I was like, oh, I can one day make money from this. And yes, now I'm at a point where I'm making money from this, but like, that is like, it was such a cool moment. Like getting monetized, like getting to that point of monetization was more about the achievement of it, because like hitting the, like, dude, I remember feeling like, I don't know that I'm ever going to make a dime from this, but holy crap, I'm a YouTube partner now.
Yeah.
Like that was massive, man.
100%.
Like, and it's crazy, because now we have psychopaths like Chris Klein out here who are actually making me make money.
And I still don't know how to like react. Like there's nothing I could say to be like, because I feel like thank you just doesn't do it, but at the same time, what else do I say? I don't know.
Right. I remember my first stream. So my 1K sub stream, and Chris came in and did his Klein time, and there's a solid minute of dead air where I'm just sitting here going, like, and it was, I mean, I've gone back and I've rewatched it because I had to clip stuff out for good times so that I can be back on hits of the week. By the way, there's some solid hits for hits of the week that are in the hits of the week section of Good Times Gaming's Discord. Just saying.
Just throwing that in there.
Just throwing that in there. But Shetty, so I don't know that I don't think I have we don't have the exclamations set up through this channel, but if you right click and grab link, you can Shed, you're a mod now, so you can just post the links. But no, I don't know how to react to it because like I thought that's what I wanted, but it's not. Like it turns out it's not. What I want and my future goals are to continue to build my channel to a point where we do this, once every couple of weeks. Like I'll do a live stream with pack openings one week, and I'll sit down with a buddy the next week, and I'll do that vice versa. But my biggest goal right now is to have a true roundtable. So I want to have, I can have up to 6 people with this streaming or with this application for streaming. And I would love to be able to sit down with 5 other creators from different walks of life. So, a couple of Aussies, a Vault, like just like different, like I want to have like the top of the mountain to, somebody who is brand
to
new.
Some piss poor person like myself.
Exactly. No.
Exactly. No. He said exactly.
No. Yeah. Bro, you almost
exactly. No.
All right. So no. I want to have like, I want to have guys like you and I, and then guys like Vault or Nick Rev, not Nick Opossum Bud, but Opossum Bud. I've got to have him on this show. I need to have them. I need to have that happen, man. I want to sit down and actually talk with him for a while. But no, I want to have guys like you and I who are middle of the road. Like we're still we're young in the content creation space in the sense that
young, man.
Well, you're younger than me, dude.
I know. Yes.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm gonna be 34 this. I'm gonna be 34 this year, Mister. I'm gonna be 31. So calm down.
You're right.
Make me feel old.
You're right.
But no, man. Like no, like just younger in like we're we're up and coming still. And then have folks out there that have 50 to 100 subs, and they've been working at it for 6 months to a year and just trying. Like I want to bridge the gap between the 100,000 subs to the 100 subs. Those are my goals. That is my goal for the future of my channel. And it's funny, you were talking about the burnout, and that's real, man.
It is.
The burnout's real because for me, the burnout came from the fact that it was the monetary aspect of it. Like I was hemorrhaging all of my extra money to make it so that I could continue doing the channel, because I wasn't doing pre-recorded content. And I've gotten better about it, but I haven't, like, I've got a pre-recorded video that I need to edit and release now, but I don't function well with it. One day I'll be able to afford an editor and I'll be golden. And then I'll do pre-recorded content every day.
Like all the time.
All the big guys. Exactly. But I don't do well editing my own content because I get so in my own head about it. That, live streaming is my content creation, and that's working for me. So, it is going to be tough for me to finally get out of my own head, but man,
honestly, it's more so before you sit down. As soon as you sit down to do it, it's a lot more smooth sailing. But it's the tough part is like sitting down to actually do it. And I don't know why it is. It's just like a mentality towards it. And as far as editing goes, like if I'm like geared up, like, okay, I'm going to make this pre-recorded video, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I also want to add some sort of extra something to it and not be so like middle of the road. Like I want it to be a little bit different, be a little bit funny, do whatever I need to do with it, so I think that's the more difficult part, sitting down to gather your thoughts about thinking about with this video and not just winging it, because winging it is normally what I would do just starting off, or like what people start off, put a little bit of thought into it, kind of like I know Ryan's always good about his cold openings.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
To
the cold
it.
openings are what make it, and it's so funny because
Yeah.
you know, Ryan, like
Something so like I don't want to say
right,
small because there's a lot of work
right.
put into it, but something like that that's different versus everybody else. It sets you apart that much more.
Well, what's funny is a lot of those cold opens, like I mean, he does them because it differentiates him from others, but he
He
does
puts in
that
thought.
to well, yeah, but he does that to kill 30 seconds so he can start swearing. Like that's why they exist exactly.
Yeah,
Just
I've heard him
the
say that a couple
freaking prep.
times.
Yeah, no, like I
I'm like
mean they use it.
genius.
It is like, dude, you get to do something fun and different, but you're also doing it for the sole purpose of being able to you make sure you get past the censors on YouTube. It's brilliant. It's genius. And Ryan's a
Chris did something again.
bro. Oh my gosh, Chris.
Chris is off more drink than I am.
All right. I spent money, so you have to read this. Green beans, potatoes, tomatoes. I like turtles. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Cake is a lie. Shout out to my boy Trevor. What in the back? Badger mushroom. I can has cheeseburger.
Probably some of the greatest early memes of our generation.
I mean, and then middle of the road modern meme. Shout out to my boy me. So fun fact to everybody. Yeah, I've made that call out several times, even before Ryan and I were talking, and I wouldn't say we're friend. I would consider him like a friend, but I don't know that he consider me that. But
Trav, you're everybody's friend.
Yeah, look, man. I just that's my goal. Like I want everybody to know that I love and support all of you, and everybody should. If you want to make content, do it. Like that's my advice to anybody who wants to know.
Yeah, and I think something like what you did, you had to kind of move setups multiple times. And I think that's one of the telling aspects as to like you're still doing it. Like that didn't deter you from doing the content. Oh. That would deter about 80 to 90% of people, I would say. This is that's a fake number I just threw out, by the way, guys. 100% fake number. So don't quote me, I don't give a fuck. But it's a fake number. But I would say that would deter most people. But like you did it and you like got through it, and now you have like your setup.
Well, I mean, and that middle setup though, like that was moving away from that setup is actually what almost did me in, because the middle setup, the one in my bedroom, because my wife built that for me, and I still use the same desk, same everything, but it was tough. Like it was weird for me. But we needed our fucking bedroom back, dude. Yeah. Like it was my wife was so incredible for doing that for me. Stroking like a true peon. Trav, you're my friend. Oh, I love you guys.
Trav,
you're my friend.
You're my friend.
Josh, you all right, man. Like shout out to Poke Shed Josh. Poke Pair, we love and support you, Trev. Oh, I love you too, John. I know Misty's the one that said damn's autocorrect. Pokemon says I'm a goat. No, it is. So I did though, man. Like I almost quit because of the fact that I didn't like. It got to the point where like I was spending too much money and
trying to manage that.
Yeah, and I couldn't like I could not like responsibly keep doing what I was doing, and at somewhere around that time, my buddy, one of my oldest, dearest, and best friends, Daniel Eller, and I started a comic book podcast live on YouTube. And I have always loved podcasting. I've always wanted to do a podcast. I had been watching your podcast. I had been watching what Gonzo was doing. I'd been watching Radar. And I was like, you know what? I can hold a conversation, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think I'm an uninteresting person. But even if I am, I know a lot of interesting people that I could just have them do all the talking. So then I started, like, I sat down and decided I was going to start a podcast and do that every other week. So I would have I set it up so that on the weeks we got paid, I would do my opening streams. I would open up packs on, like, because like I can spend $150 maybe.
Yeah.
And then on the following weeks when I wasn't paid, and would have to like affirm, like I was using Affirm and Klarna, like it was nobody's business, so that I could get product in between pay weeks and I could justify what I was opening. I would interview people, and it became really popular. And then I got Vault on, and then I got Ryan on, and then all of a sudden my channel was a hit.
Dude, so I've watched, because Ryan is he's so
electric,
funny, like, funny to me.
Yes.
And it's funny to me that, like, even on my channel, there's people that, you know, they like him and some people that don't like him. And, you know, to each their own opinion. But I think it's, I don't know, there's something about him that's hilarious to me, and it just works so well. And then when I reached out to Sean as well to be on my podcast, and he was like, set it up the same week. I'm like, let's get this going then, you know?
Right. Well, see, with Sean, I just blackmailed him. I'm like, dude, I mod your channel, I mod your Discord, and I have to pay you to do that. So the least you could do. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. No, man, Sean was so, like, he was so sweet about it. Like, and it, of course, so we had I'm gonna have him back on, but we had to we had to keep it short. And that's the kind of person he is. Sean had a school program to do with Piper, his daughter. I believe Piper had something going on at school. Plus he had to pick up the kids from daycare. Like, Sean had a packed day, and he still made an hour of time to come on to my show. Gaz, thank you so much for being here, my brother. Happy birthday to the 2-year-old. Have a great stream chat. You guys rock. Yeah, Gaz, thank you for being here, brother. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming.
Later on, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Yeah, man. So let's get over here. We got Tyler Reagan has questions.
Do you know, Tyler?
Tyler, first mod of the channel.
The middest mod of all.
The middest mod of all time. He is always going to be the middest mod.
The most mid.
So top 3 Sword and Shield arts and top 3 Scarlet and Violet arts so far. So that is not just alt art, just arts in general.
It's probably the Flapple from Evo Scott. I'm just kidding. Top 3 alts from Sword and Shield. So Rayquaza is my second favorite Pokemon. So I'm just going to be very, very... I like the Rayquaza V regular alt art more than the VMAX. Dude,
I like the VMAX a lot, but the V
is better than the VMAX.
Dude, it's so...
Do something. Yeah, I said it. But saying that, they're 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah. The V then VMAX. I mean, dude, the VMAX is close second. Dude, it's such a close second. I mean, the way it's flying over the mountains, like, come on, bro.
Okay, I take it back. So the oh shit. So I have to put one of the Rayquazas up there. The Giratina is number 2. The Giratina is number 2 for me.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And the Blaziken is. Ooh, actually,
no, the Derpican. Bro, Derp Chicken.
Derp it up. I was gonna say, but no, I'm gonna say the Zeraora from Chilling Reign is actually number 3 for me.
Ooh,
that's one. That's
standing
one
on the mountaintop, looking like a shinobi. Like,
yeah, it's like,
oh man,
so majestic, so majestic.
Dude, it is. All right, so I'll do my 3 Sword and Shield, and then we'll go into Scarlet and Violet. So number 1 with a bullet is Giratina. Period, hands down. Number 2 is probably, I'm going to say, the Articuno from Chilling Reign.
Okay.
I love that Articuno, the way it sits. Yeah, and then number 3 might be the Moltres from Chilling Reign.
The Moltres nice.
The Moltres, dude, that Moltres is gorgeous, but it might... Yeah, so Giratina, I'm going to say Giratina, Moltres, then Articuno. I like the way the Articuno just sits in the middle of the card like that. It looks good. So those are my 3. Yeah.
Up there. Good Times Gaming said the Aerodactyl too. I love the Aerodactyl. It's probably one of my favorite alt-art. Top 5. Top 5 for me.
I mean, I've pulled it
just because you pulled 1,800 of them, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. Like, dude, I
pulled 5 Giratinas,
Yeah.
I didn't have to go through 18 booster boxes personally to do it.
I didn't either, dude. I only had to open up 17, Joey. I mean, I've opened up probably 24 booster boxes worth of Lost Origin packs. So shush, please.
Shush.
Shush.
Should I say it's a Pokepair? Giratina, Moltres, Moonbreon for Sword and Shield, said Tyler. I mean, the Moonbreon's awesome too.
Moonbreon's nice. I love that card. It's a beautiful card, but I don't know, man. I think so. You know how people like you tell people about a show and they're like, I would have watched it if 50,000 other people hadn't told me to watch the same show. Like it's overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Moon Bunny, but
I was like that about Game of Thrones, but then I watched Game of Thrones. I'm like, it's kind of good.
Bro, it's kind of good. It's kind of dope. If I had a Moonbreon, I'd love it for sure. For sure. Pokemon Shed says I have 3 Japanese Tinas. They're awesome. Shetty, let's talk trades. I need one Japanese Tina. Let's talk trades. Hit me up in the chat. No, yeah, the Moonbreon's gorgeous. It really is like just it, and it. I love it because it's not supposed to be an homage, but it's kind of an homage to the OG Umbreon
on the Town and No Map Umbreon from Neo. Yep. Oh, that's a Japanese version from Neo, but
Town and No Map is the Japanese set, but it's Neo Destiny or Neo Genesis, right?
Neo, I believe. I forgot what it translates into. I forgot.
I think Neo 1 is Genesis.
Someone in chat probably knows.
Don't torch us in chat, but if you do,
Neo Discovery said good times.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forget that there were 4 Neo sets.
So recently we went through a pulling spree, which we pulled in about the span of like 13 days. We pulled the Moonbreon, we pulled the Giratina, we pulled the Lugia, and we pulled the Blaziken, and we probably pull some other things. It's actually number 2. I think as the highest I got on the list on Good Times Gaming's hits of the week, because he just kind of compiled everything in there, and he's like, "All right, Jay, I'm gonna give you this number 2."
I've always been either a biased hit of the week or low end. Although I think that the last 3 pulls from my last couple of live streams might earn me a mid to late spot. Perhaps we'll see. I'll check this week's episode of Hit of the Week. LOL.
Check this week's. Hey, let's go tomorrow.
I made it back
6:30 p.m. Pacific time, according to
which makes it 9:30 p.m.
Which makes it like 20 hours ahead of time over there in Australia or New Zealand.
Love you, love you, Dale. Best clip in the world. All right. So Scarlet and Violet, top 3 arts.
Oh shoot, Scarlet and Violet. Yep. Roaring Moon is up there. I think it's a badass card.
Dude, it's so flipping, just like God, it's so good looking. It's so good looking, man.
Flipping as hell.
Flipping as hell. Flipping. We're almost to after hours time where I can say the F word, but not quite. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes than I'm allowed. 10 more minutes than I'm allowed.
Oh man. So Scarlet and Violet.
Don't forget about the fact that 151 was part of Scarlet and Violet.
Blastoise. I think the Blastoise is probably one. Blastoise and Alakazam are one of my favorites from no, excuse me, Zapdos. Zapdos is better than all of them.
Thank you. All right.
Sorry. Dude, what am I saying? Zapdos.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Whew.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I mean, so Paldean Fates isn't out yet, but we have Shining Treasures, and like they're like, dude, I love that derpy ass Mew, man. That little
It works because it's Mew. If it was other Pokemon, that same, well, it's not the same derpiness, but the 2D version, I feel like it just didn't work well for the Charizard in 151. Yeah. But
the fat Charizard.
Yeah, from he's like little thick Charizard flying up in the sky.
Thick boy.
Yeah, little thicky.
So for me, Scarlet and Violet is Magikarp, number 1 with a bullet. Cyber City Games.
Hey,
What's
let's
going
go. Got that
on? Let's
raid.
go, Cyber City. Thank you for the raid, bro. I got my Irida and I love the keychain. Can I please get a link drop for Cyber City Games in the chat? Shout out to Cyber City. First person to ever raid me. My dude, thank you for being here. So we're talking right now about our favorite arts from Scarlet and Violet. We have like I said, the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved is number one. That card is Shinji Kanda. So obviously I'm biased.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go Zapdos as well from 151.
Okay.
And I gotta say, dude, Roaring Moon also, man. Like
Roaring Moon's up there.
it's so beautiful. It's either Zapdos, Magikarp, and either Roaring Moon or Loudred from Paradox, because the Loudred is nuts. Again, if you played Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast, tell me you don't feel those vibes, man. Like those are Jet Set Radio vibes. Just absolutely insane. Chris Klein, he pulled the friggin' Zard from Flashfire. Yeah, he got the secret rare Mega Charizard from a Flashfire pack.
Which one? Which Megazard did you get? We pulled a Megazard, the Megazard Y.
He got
the secret one. Yeah, okay. I wanted to pull the secret rare, the X version, but we pulled the Y one, which was still probably one of the craziest pulls we had on the channel.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, it was a moment. Hits of the week too, right?
That's wild. Yeah, it was. All right. So, top 3 favorite artists or bands.
Say that again.
Top 3 favorite artists or bands.
Top 3 favorite artists. Whew. I am a hip hop and R&B person.
I dig it, bro.
Currently, damn. So as I got older, I tend to not listen to any more new music, and I'm like, man. So this is when it happens. I know this is when it happens, and this is why it happens. So I would say the people that made Bluey, the theme song,
bro. Yo, wait, hold on. Time out. Pause. This is breaking news, and it's
new episodes.
This is fucking important. We got 9 new episodes of Bluey, y'all.
I watched 3 of them today. Let's
go.
I
cannot wait. I'm so excited. When I get done here, I'm going upstairs. My wife's going to be asleep. The baby's going to be asleep, and I'm watching Bluey.
We had a full-blown conversation about Bluey on my live stream the other day, and it was probably one of the best conversations we've ever had.
Dude, that show
brought everybody together.
The onesies.
Oh, right here in the fields,
bro.
In the fields,
onesies, man.
I was like, "Is this made for children?" Like this.
It is. It's about an aunt coming to visit and sharing time, and finally, whew.
Whew. Yeah, that was pretty heavy. I was like, "Oh."
So at this point, we're at the 11 o'clock hour, which is our 1 hour and 30 minutes into the podcast, which means that all the kiddos are in bed, and the kids aren't watching the podcasts, and that's why I get to have a little fun later on in the show. If they want to watch the first 30 minutes or so, they might. But so yeah. Anyway, the Bluey theme song writers. Who else you got?
Let's go. I love Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Dude, Kendrick Lamar is such a talented person. Like, he is insane to me. The stuff he does is just absolutely bonkers. Because production, collaboration.
It was so funny because I mean he's from the LA area right up here where I'm from Southern California too. So it was funny listening to like the mixtapes, like kind of before he became like international and everything like that.
Right.
And seeing the progression and going through it. I was able to go to like a couple shows like early on when he was the opening act,
That's incredible.
So it was like, and now he is like the main as far as
Dude,
like hip hop concerns, you know,
right.
it's cool. Same
Well, the
thing with
fact
J.
that
Cole.
I mean, yeah, I mean, well, yes, 100%. But the fact that Dre had Kendrick appear with them last year at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah,
There's a reason for that. Like he collected legends in the industry, and Kendrick being there. Like if you had any doubts whatsoever, period. The end.
yeah. What about for you though? Some of your favorite artists or
So I
bands?
mean, my favorite band right now is like, so I said last night, like Highly Suspect, Bad Flower, Bring Me the Horizon are pretty much top three. But if I was like, what, I'm gonna switch it up because everybody knows I love those bands. My favorite hip hop artists in order, from start to finish, are Outkast, Run the Jewels, and Wu-Tang Clan.
I forget about Run the Jewels.
Bro, Killer Mike is legendary, like legendary, underrated ATL artist. He's collaborated with Andre and Benjamin so many times. Whole world.
Well, you from the dirty South, so you should know these artists very
Yes,
well, dude.
exactly, man. But no, Run the Jewels, like, dude, Run the Jewels is like, so it's LP. He's a fat white dude from the Bronx or from Brooklyn, and you got Killer Mike, who's a big black dude from ATL, man, and the two of them have created some of the most intricate and like mind-boggling music. It's like they blow my mind every time something new comes out from them. RTJ4 that came out at the height of COVID after all of the, and it's like this. Do not let this turn political, but it LP ain't fat. Oh, Chris Klein, hold up. L was big, dude. Like, I mean, he may not have been fat, but he is structured. But no, like I love Run the Jewels. In fact, it's probably Run the Jewels, then Outkast, then Wu-Tang.
Gotcha. I
Mostly
can mess with that.
because, yeah. L lost weight. Good for him. But no, like I love Outkast. I really wish that they would just get their shit together and put out another record together. I did not listen to
To
Andre
Andre's
3000.
recent, I heard it was pretty disappointing.
I mean, I heard the stuff he put out. He put out something in like 2018, and it was similar to what I guess he did now. And I didn't love it,
Yeah,
but I really would like. I don't know why they're not doing music together anymore. I don't know if there's falling out, but yeah, no. And Wu-Tang Clan just they ain't nothing to fuck with.
classic.
So yeah.
Ooh, we're fucking cursing now. Fuck.
I mean, at this point, yeah,
For
I guess
no
we can for no apparent reason.
yeah, for no reason at all. I just did it.
Yeah.
I got the okay.
Yeah. All right. So we got more questions. We have a bunch of questions, and we're gonna grind through all of these before we're done tonight. Red version, blue version, or yellow version?
I never play yellow version. Like I said, I started with gold, and then silver. I got them both. I don't know why, but I had them both.
Yeah.
But then I went back to red. So red was the first original game I played.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on. Got to bounce, fam. B-Day dinner. Good times. Thank you for showing up, brother.
It's your birthday. Good times. Happy birthday. Good times.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
Wait, he's lying to me.
We still have an hour my time until it's his birthday. Yeah, it's not his birthday yet here.
Living in the future.
But we also cannot sing happy birthday. We can't sing happy birthday here because I'm monetized. I don't want to be demonetized for singing happy birthday. But
apparently it's not on copyright anymore. But it's your birthday, good times. It's your birthday, good times.
Birthday.
So go get a drink and have a good time.
Birthday, good times. Happy birthday, brother. Thank you for being here, my man. Love you, dude.
That's $5.50 for the song, by the way. $5
All right,
each.
that's fine. All right, so Chip Machamp wanted to know, what is a TCG you would collect and or open other than Pokemon?
Dragon Ball Super.
Right? Dude, the art in that, the arts, it's so
you could open it and be like, wow, this must be
amazing.
something. This is nothing.
No.
It's nothing.
But it looks so good. It looks so good. I have to agree. Yeah.
I know everybody's on One Piece right now, but I just don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have that connection to One Piece, so it's
Yeah.
like for me, it'd be. I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. You know, I love that franchise. It's the first anime I've ever watched.
Right.
And we've opened up the cards on my channel before, but it's just, you know, the expense in Pokemon is already a lot. So, you know, adding another TCG, yeah, we're gonna stick to one.
So I fully agree. Oh, Ebony Unicorn. Hey Ebs, how you doing, girl?
What's going on? Welcome in
here. No, I agree. Like everybody's crazy about One Piece. I like the live action One Piece a lot. Like that Netflix show was is a banger, dude. I cannot wait for the next season. But I burned out on the anime, and quite frankly, I don't get all hung up on the waifu aspect like that. Like, I mean, sure, it's cool to have like the Pokemon waifu cards, I guess, but One Piece gets a little excessive for me, like in an uncomfortable way. So it's just like, yeah, no, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But no, Dragon Ball is like every single artwork in those sets is gorgeous. Like,
I agree.
Not a single card looks bad. So yeah, I would say definitely Dragon Ball as well.
Love it.
Digimon cards look pretty cool, man. Digimon cards look cool. I saw Chip Machamp saying Digimon.
I love Digimon. The anime.
Digimon, dude, I just got done rewatching the first 2 seasons of Digimon. That show holds up so well.
It does. I remember going to watch the first movie in theaters when my mom took me when I was younger.
Yes.
I always remember that one. I don't know why.
Dude, it's so good. Bro, it's 2 movies in one. Like you get 2 full story arcs. It's crazy. But no, yeah, I love Digimon. And then there's also, so I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I have a Kingdom Hearts tattoo on my arm. I have a Final Fantasy tattoo on my calf.
Nice.
The Final Fantasy card game looks really, like, all the artworks on that look really nice. There's a lot of TCGs out there. But Pokemon is life. And I cannot diverge from that. Let's see. Tommy T-Dog Glendale wants to know, what's your favorite full art Pokemon card? It's not alt art, but full art.
Full art Pokemon. Damn, that's a good one.
That is a good one. That's actually a really good one.
I'm gonna go with a Houndoom from Battle Styles, just because it's Houndoom. And I'm biased, very biased.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, biased. Hit of the week. My favorite full art. Honestly, it's like not for any real reason, but the Kingdra EX from Fates Collide, the full art Kingdra EX from Fates Collide. So my LCS before Fates Collide like blew up even further, and this was like just 8 months ago. But he had the build and battle, like the pre-release kits for Fates Collide, and I got one for like, it was like $40, so $10 a pack. Or no, it was like $30. It was $29.99. And I cracked it open and I pulled the full art Kingdra, and I was just like, oh, this is a beautiful little card. Like I think it's got texture, it's nice. And I was still a rookie, so I didn't understand that was like for X and Y, that was a pull.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, man. The full art Kingdra, because it was the first full art I ever pulled, and it was the first massive hit from X and Y I ever pulled.
And for me, I lied. It's the Mega Houndoom from Breakthrough. I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that right now.
Yeah.
We actually opened up. So I had cracked packs of Fates Collide, and we opened it up, and we got like every single top hit. We pulled the Umbreon, both Umbreons, like the regular, ultra rare, the full art. So many things.
Nice.
So I got a newfound love for Fates Collide recently.
Right. Nice. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's see. What Hold on.
Oh,
Crap. All right. Jay, can you hold it down for like 3 minutes?
dude, of course I cannot.
All right. Here you are.
Oh, wow. Look, it's me. Hi, guys. How's it going? This is now Jay's Corner TCG. We're gonna try our damnedest to demonetize Pokey Trav before he gets back. So let me know, what's everybody's favorite set from Scarlet and Violet? And if you don't like Scarlet and Violet, understandable. What's your favorite? What's your favorite set of all time? My favorite set is Neo. So Houndoom came out of Neo Revelations, and I love that set so much. So that's one of my top sets. Going back to like the OG, I love Fossil. I collected a lot more Fossil than anything when I was younger. Pokepair said Obsidian. The Pokemon TCG said Obsidian as well. Oh, back to back with the Obsidians. 151 hands down. All time Team Rocket package total. Like this Team Rocket pack right here. Dude, literally, we haven't pulled the Altaria. I literally have a bounty on that thing for a freaking Squirtle from Legendary Collection and this stupid Team Rocket pack because 3,000 packs, no Altaria SIR. F that card. Love how dark it is at Pokepair. Scarlet is rubbish. Best recent set, Brilliant Stars and CZ, said Shed. See, Crown Zenith is so much fun to open. I will say that. Unequipped, like probably one of the best sets to open up. So much fun to open that one up. 151 got me back into collecting, said Jmar, and that's the beauty. So, you know, everybody always bashes Pokemon for going back to the original, like the 151. I get it. They do it all the time, but it's like a tactic that they have to bring in new people. So Jmart, welcome back in. Fossil was my favorite back in the day. Same, man. Heart Gold Soul Silver Unleashed is my favorite. Ebony, see, I was out the game at that point. I've never opened up a single pack of Heart Gold Soul Silver, but I feel like we should one day. Definitely should. Maybe on my 5K, whenever we get there. But yeah, there's been so many pretty. Scarlet and Violet took a turn, but I think Paradox 151 and then Paradox, those were the strongest sets so far. So I'm hoping with the new set. Completely forgot what it's called, but you guys saw the new artworks for the Paradox versions of Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, right? What do you guys think about those artworks? They just got released today in the Japanese. So what do you guys think about that? You ready for the new set January 26th at Pokemon TCG Paldean Fates? Yes. But I we opened up Shiny Treasures and it just didn't do it for me. So I always found myself going back to Paradox. Temporal Force, Ashley, thank you. Jungle Evolutions are fire as a Pokemon Shed. I love the Vaporeon is not one of my favorite. Actually, no, the Jolteon from Jungle is probably my favorite. Then Vaporeon, then the Flareon third. Force at Machamp. Temporal Force looks 6 at Pokepair. What I will say that is Pokemon is stepping it up with the SIR artworks. I think a lot of people are turned off from Scarlet and Violet era because the monies ain't there, but overall they're still doing a really good job, like keeping up with the artworks. The artists are stepping up their game like even more so and making it so much fun.
I'm back.
Chris said 600,000 art rares in every set. I'm not mad about it.
No, so I heard the conversations. I think that Chris said it best. Anybody who thinks that Scarlet and Violet sucks just wants money.
Yeah. And it's, especially so like for I don't know about you, but like for me, like opening up Scarlet and Violet, early Scarlet and Violet, it was a lot of fun to do with my son because you just get a lot of hits. And
exactly.
All he cares about the hits. It was if we open up Evo Skies. If we open up 36 packs of Evo Skies, we might get 6 hits, so it's
right.
It hurts
and all of them are Trevenants. Like it's Poke Trevenant galore in Evolving Skies.
Yeah.
No, I am actually excited for Paldean Fates because Shiny Treasures is rough. Like it's tough. I mean, because it's batched. You're batched, and Shining Paldean Fates, you're going to be bashed as well, but like I feel like you could open up an ETB and get 6
Yeah,
baby
I mean,
shiny.
it's always nicer to open up the
Right.
not nicer because like when you do get the big hit in Japanese, like
Yes.
it's
Oh, dude,
awesome.
it's everything. It's
But
everything.
you have a higher chance and you could go through more packs when you're opening up the English version. I think that's what it. So right now, what is Shiny Treasure hovering at? Maybe around $70 to $80, right around
Yeah.
that range, maybe. At least here in the US.
Right.
Versus, you get 10 packs for that. You could get a lot more
Right.
packs of Paldean Fates.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Japanese market is just such a weird thing, man. Such
It
a
is.
weird thing.
Well, and it's not even the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to have Dusty on the show so we can talk about what it's like living in Japan and being able to buy a Japanese product
Mm-hmm.
at Japanese prices. So I did see Undead said I don't know about Temporal Fates or Temporal. I'm not a fan of the Dino Beasts and robots. So I'm of two minds about it because those SARs for the ancient, I hated the designs of those Pokemon when I saw them. I hate the design of them in the games.
Yeah,
Those cards look amazing,
I agree.
dude. That the Suicune card sitting on the tree, like just ready to destroy you, like clever girl. The guy from I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Jurassic Park is my
Exactly, dude.
favorite movie of all time and like one of my favorite franchises
Bro.
ever.
Yeah.
So just
Dude, I'm ready for those. And even like, so the Cabalion, the future Cabalion, I think it's Iron Crown,
yeah.
is its name.
Don't know. I don't know
That
the
car,
names yet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
yeah.
know. I will learn them
Uh,
as we
walk,
happen. As they happen.
Walking Wake is Suicune. I don't know Raikou or Entei. I know that Iron Thorns. No, Iron Thorns is Tyranitar. Jeez. Which, by the way, that's a fail. Big fail. I am so disappointed in
Yeah,
that
I don't
card.
like that. I don't like
Dude, that
the.
art rare looks terrible.
He
And
just
it's such a bummer, man.
so what?
Like,
There's nothing around him, just in the middle of
right,
nothing.
yeah. Because the design of the Pokemon is already crappy. Like, it doesn't, like, it's just a shiny, it's a smooth Tyranitar. But if they took the Tyranitar art rare, because that's what it's definitely homage to the Tyranitar art rare. It just doesn't have enough like depth to it. The Tyranitar art rare from Paldea Evolved looks
Right.
amazing, dude. He's sitting there,
Epic.
he's standing there, like
Looking like
looking all like
Godzilla.
domineering and stuff. But
Yeah.
all right, so according to Ebony, thanks, Eb. So Raikou is Raging Bolt,
Okay.
Entei is Gouging Fire. Right on.
Badass name for Entei.
Yeah, I
Gouging
mean
Fire.
that's pretty dope, man. Um, yeah. So Undead says the arts for Temporal Phase are 100% fantastic. Just not a fan of the mods themselves, I suppose. Yeah. So I wasn't a big fan. Like, I'm not a big fan of Terrakion, Cabalion, and Vrizian. Period. Like, I'm just not a big fan of those three. And the choice to compare that, like to bring those in alongside the beasts, like honestly, they should have done Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. Like, they should have done future versions of those. In my humble opinion, but what
Yeah.
do I know?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is as far as like the dinosaur version of them. I feel like they could have, but I'm not. I don't get paid to design a Pokemon, so I wouldn't know where to
Right? Yeah.
start. First of all, but I feel like they could have incorporated them into some sort of dinosaur version a little bit better.
Yeah.
But saying
Yeah.
that, the arts that they created for those
Oh
Pokemon,
yeah, no, it's incredible.
badass.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, they made the Raikou who looked so silly. Like, all of them look so goofy, just standing there in the game. But in
Yeah.
that art, they look phenomenal. So here we go. Here's a random question. Chip Machamp wants to know, besides water, what's the go-to non-alcoholic beverage?
Besides water, non-alcoholic beverage. Lemonade. Lemonade. You got Mountain Dew.
Speaking of lemonade,
Speak
if you've never had a raspberry lemonade soda that is very caffeinated, very delicious, will make you feel like you're spending the day on the beach. Have a Mountain Dew Spark.
The only soda I drink is Squirt, though. I,
That's awesome. Heck yeah, man.
for
That
obvious
is
reasons, guy. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
No, like I really don't drink any more soda.
Right
But
on.
it's like water, like Gatorade, and then like lemonade.
Right on. No, I drink. I mean, so I do drink. I do drink a lot of soda. But I counterbalance that with probably 2 gallons of water a day.
Mhm.
Just because like I have to. Well, I don't drink coffee anymore, which is why I drink a lot of soda. So I drink
Get
soda
that little
instead.
pick me up somewhere.
Yeah, I have to, man. But yeah, no, I go through. So this is a 32-ounce tumbler, and I drink 4 of these a day.
Okay. Yeah, I severely dehydrate myself a lot on accident because
Right.
I always forget to drink water. Um, when I was like working out a lot, like I would remember to, but like now, like through the day, you're just busy, you're doing things.
Right. Sure.
I just need to keep a gallon on me, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Well, I mean, the key to that is just don't work out. Like, I mean, do what I do. I feel great every single day of my life. I haven't worked out since I was 17 years old and still running cross country. Hell yeah. All right. So, multiple choice question. When will Jay pull the Altaria SIR? 1, never. 2, next 100 packs. 3, when Washington sends him a custom pack. This is from Washington.
Why? So that's Washington Fox Body. So
Okay.
he's from Washington, but he's moving to Tennessee. So he put the
Okay.
TN as
All right.
Washington.
I like it. I like it.
But yeah, I mean, we've tomorrow. I'm sure we're gonna hit 3,000 packs of Paradox opened up on the
So
channel.
do you still have packs available?
Yeah,
Or just
yeah,
not? All
yeah.
right.
I do.
All
Yeah,
right.
I do.
Well, all right. Let me go in. Let me go in and buy the game winning packs right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
It,
imagine I jump in with 4 packs and
you
pull
snipe
the
it,
first one.
dude. You get a rocket pack and the Squirtle slab too.
Damn,
Yeah.
man. That's
So
intimidating.
yeah,
That's
it's been
intimidating.
pretty crazy actually.
That's wild. Like, I mean, well, it's crazy because like, so
We
I've opened up 200 packs so far, and I pulled full 4 alt arts, and 2 of them were the Roaring Moon, one of them is the Iron Valiant, and one of them was the Glycopod. That's it. Like,
did the we've so in all those packs we've only pulled one Velocipod.
dude, it's so gorgeous. It's so good looking.
It has like some scary
Crazy.
movie vibes, some
Dude,
Michael
it does.
Myers vibes.
It
He's
is
coming
some.
in here
It
about to
no,
slash
yeah,
some
man. Like, yeah,
folks.
dude. It is like it's almost like some HP Lovecraft, like Lovecraftian vibes for me. It's like cosmic horror. Like, it's just in there. But no, dude, that's crazy. The Altaria is
It,
amazing like that.
so it's night and day from like when Scarlet and Violet first came out. That
Oh
first,
yeah. Oh, dude,
dude,
those
you can
first
complete the
boxes
set
were
in
crazy.
one case. Maybe like one case it'll take it,
Yeah.
and or you could get a couple booster boxes and just get the singles easily. I mean, you can still get singles easily from any set
Right.
right now, but
Here you go.
it's just wild. I've
Pokemon
opened 2
Shed
boxes and
here to
got 2
flex.
Altarias. Sorry, Jay. Hey, Shed, fight me. Let's do it.
No, it's all right because I mean, Shed also opened up like how much Paldea before you finally pulled the Iono, bro? I never pulled the Iono, but I opened up a lot of Paldea. But no, I pulled like so when Scarlet and Violet like SV base dropped, I in my first booster box pulled both Marnies out of one pack. Like I
Nice.
got the full art or not Marnie, Miriam.
I figured Miriam, but I thought you were
We were
making.
talking
I thought
about
you were making a
we were,
possum reference. To be honest.
no, I wasn't on purpose. It was a Freudian slip. But no, I pulled both Miriams out of one pack, like just like that. And then a week later, I was in one of Shed's streams, and I was sitting there like my wife will like sometimes when I'm watching, she'll like grab the earbud and we'll watch together. But no, I got in on I won a duck race, and it was a Scarlet and Violet pack, and I pulled the Miriam again, the SAR, like. So I had 2 Miriams within like a week, and one of them I got out of a giveaway. It was amazing.
That's dope.
I know, dude. But that's and it is like I get to a certain degree. I understand why. I can actually understand why people don't like it, not for money reasons, because I love the chase. Like, don't get me wrong, it burns you out after a while. Like, it sucks when you fucking like you work so like you just plug away at it so much and you just don't get it. But when you finally do hit, it doesn't matter what you put into it. It's so satisfying, man.
Yeah.
Like the Giratina, like I could have bought 4 or 5
at least
easily.
Maybe what, 17? I'm just kidding. Not
No,
17.
no. I could have bought 4 raw and 1 PSA 10 for what I spent to pull the 1. But it was, dude, I still open up Lost Origins because I want that feeling again, man. I want to feel as alive as I did when I pulled my Giratina.
I want to feel the love again, guys.
Yo, Adam P. Opens.
Adam, what's going on?
What's going on, Azzy? How you doing, man? Jinx, you owe me a Coke. All right, we got
another Mountain Dew. Fake fan.
Yo. All right. Whitney Houston or Celine Dion?
Whitney Houston.
100%.
And
100. So what's Whitney Houston's favorite type of coordination?
What?
There you go, everybody.
I like how he moved that far away like this.
Oh, dude, I had to. I moved it far away and I turned the gain all the way down.
You know what's funny about that? Well, not about that, but like about Whitney Houston. So she has a song, I Want to Dance with Somebody, right?
I want to feel the heat with
somebody. My son recognizes that song from the live action Pokemon movie. He associates that with Pokemon.
Because Detective Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu, because they had it in the trailer. That song was what played in the trailer.
They did. Yeah. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah. So he associates that with Pokemon.
That is awesome. I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah.
All right. So my son, my oldest, he's a big fan of "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John because it was in, I think,
Sing.
Yes. Yep.
I know the
things. All right. Chris Klein wants to know, what's your favorite kind of poultry?
The one that's cooked very well and put on my plate. Yeah. I like rotisserie chicken.
Bro.
Rotisserie chicken's always good.
A Cajun style rotisserie chicken is the best, man. You can only get that in the South because,
deep fried turkey is pretty good too.
Bro, deep fried turkey is pretty good. So we did so my wife and I, for Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, so we, like, my father-in-law, he moved the turkey status to us. So we've been in charge of doing the turkey for the last few years, and every year we come up with a new brine for the turkey. So we'll we'll marinate it for a while. But this year we did a bourbon and it was a bourbon and apple cider brine turkey.
Okay,
bro, amazing, and we smoked it. Like, so it's
what's the smoke time on that?
We started, so we brined it for 24 hours, and then we dropped it in the smoker at 5 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving Day, popped it off at about 1, put it in the roaster for the last like 20-30 minutes just to make sure everything was kosher.
Yeah, right.
Dude, it was perfect.
So I don't do it enough at all, but I like cooking things like that, like whether you smoke it, you slow cook it, something like that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I make a mean pulled pork. Right? I brine it for 15 hours the night before in a mixture of it's apple cider in there. Yep. There's Worcestershire sauce. Don't crucify me if I said that improperly.
It's brown Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Got some
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Some brown sugar.
Hell yeah.
In there too. You just brine it forever. Then you cook it for, I think I had it cooking for like about 12 hours. bro. Like,
Yep.
you just grab it and it
Bro.
just rips
Yep. It
apart.
just falls apart. So I managed a barbecue restaurant for a hot minute, and
Okay.
we had a smoker out back, and we did brisket, turkey. I tried to combine the two of them. So brisket, turkey, pork butts, and ribs. So the ribs we would do day of, but for the brisket, the pork butts, and the turkey, we would, when we closed up at night, we would throw everything into the smoker after it brined for 24 hours, throw everything into the smoker, and then when we came in the morning at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, we'd pull it off. And it was like, dude, it was like you're sitting there like with the pan trying to get the brisket to come off because it's just falling apart, man.
Yeah.
Dude, a smoked pork butt is
Mm-hmm.
you can make sandwiches, you can make
we've cooked entire pigs before. I personally haven't, but I've been part of it.
Right.
My uncle, he cooked the entire pig. It's long process, overnight, all night process, but
hell yeah,
crazy,
bro.
delicious.
All right, so I'm getting 3 sets of Paradox for tomorrow night. I'm determined, man. Let me be the one,
dude. And so there, I'm not trying to do it as a promo, but you also get in on a Shiny Treasures booster box giveaway as like a buyer. So regardless, because I'm literally so over it. I'm like, okay, I want to give you guys something extra on top of it.
Right? Oh man.
So you might win that.
Why is it being weird? Why is this being weird? I've bought from you before. I don't know why it logged me out. I'll figure it out later.
Your money's no good here, sir.
Exactly. I guess not. Oh, so it's free. Hell yeah. Isn't that what that means? Your money's no good? Anyhow, we got a couple more. How would you feel if Pokemon Company went back to older card gimmicks like Legend cards, Megas, Breakthrough, etc.? Jay, hit us up. What do you think?
So say the question again. Honestly, I forgot it.
How would you feel if Pokemon Company went back to older card gimmicks? Like Legend cards, Megas, and Breakthrough, like break cards, etc.
I would love that they brought Megas back. Break cards, I'm indifferent about. Like they're cool when you pull them, but there's not, to me, there's nothing special about them. Legend cards are cool, but there's always that one card that's less cool because, oh cool, I got the bottom wing of Lugia. Now if you pull a Legend card today, that's amazing, I'm sure, but back in the day you'd be like, damn, I got the shitty version of this card,
right?
So I'm talking about in the moment. And now if you pull a Legend card regardless, it's awesome. But I think out of everything, they should bring back Megas. I would love for them to bring back Megas.
Yes.
And Dark Pokemon, a Rocket set.
Yeah, or even better, a gym set, please and thank you. Because as I've mentioned, my favorite set of all time is, well, my favorite sets are Gym Hero and Gym Challenge. I agree with a lot of that. So the legend pieces as a hindsight gimmick, like as something like, oh, these are the big chases, are dope. But I would love to see Dark Pokemon again and Light Pokemon. Like everybody forgets about the fact that we had Light Pokemon.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it.
They didn't put enough emphasis on it in the moment.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
Light Dragonite, Light Jolteon,
right,
like all those.
Yeah. Well, because we came off of like the Rocket stuff, which is where we got the Dark, and then we had the gym sets. But then we in the Neo sets we had the Light Dragonite and everything like that. But no, I'd love to see stuff like that. But I would love to see, like, I like the trainer gallery cards with the gym, like with the trainers and stuff. But I would love to see, like, let's see Cynthia's Garchomp again. Yeah. Like I know we sort of had it. I know we sort of had it with oh shit, what set was that? But no, like let's get it where it says it, in the card, and it's not like a full art, nothing like that. It's just Cynthia's Garchomp.
Right.
Hell, let's get Rhymes Rhymes what was Rhymes? What was her stud? Her ace.
Dude, I forgot.
I know. I need to go back and replay Scarlet and Violet. Yes, Undead. I know Astral had the Garchomp V trainer gallery card, but I want
The Garchomp's
you know,
awesome.
dude, it's gorgeous.
We
Oh my gosh, the Starmie from Astral.
Starmie and Misty. So you know they
Yep.
kind of did pay homage to like
Oh my,
the
yeah,
trainer,
100%.
but they didn't name it like with the
Yeah, they
trainers and
didn't call it
everything.
that. It's homage,
Yeah.
homage. Sorry, I watched Cop Out last week, so
That's a great movie.
it is a great movie, man, and it's Kevin Smith directed it, and I mean, Bruce Willis isn't dead, but I mean, his brain is, and that
Yeah.
makes me sad.
He sold the rights to himself to like
Yeah,
to be used on AI. That's crazy to me.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, Undead. I was talking about the level X Garchomp. No. Undead. I didn't mean to fuss at you like that. No, I was talking about the Garchomp.
Oh, he meant it.
Level X.
I saw his eyes. He meant it.
Yeah. No, the level X Garchomp had Cynthia at the bottom right hand corner, and that was kind of like similar to the the gym style. Yeah, dude, Pokepair. I'm devastated for that. That one's hurtful. Yo, Eb's got the gifted from Tyler. Hell yes. Awesome. I love to see it, man. I love to see people that are here and fans of the channel. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, that's
Chris.
like Naked Misty. Yo, I mean that Misty's tears.
I agree, Ebony.
Shout out. Val Kilmer losing his voice.
Yeah.
Yo, but I will say this. They were able to make that such a really touching moment in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It
I
was
agree.
Top Gun Maverick was so much better than it had any business being. Like
my uncle has said you got to watch this movie in theaters, and it was like one of the first movies that we had seen like in theaters in a very, very long time when it came out. But I was like, okay, yeah, you do have to watch that one in theaters to get the full experience and everything. Like,
I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it at home, but I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it because it was flipping incredible, dude.
Yeah,
like it was so good. Well, I'm a big stan for Miles Teller. Shout out to Whiplash, one of the best movies ever made.
Wasn't he in 21 and Over? I remember that movie. He was in it early on.
Yeah, man. Oh, he was also Miles Teller was also the college kid in Project X.
Oh yeah,
he was the one he bumped the main kid bumped into at the grocery store.
At the grocery store,
brought all the people. Yeah, he brought all the people with him.
Damn, Project X. That was a long time ago,
bro. What a mood that movie was. That movie like almost got your boy from like the creator of The Hangover. Like he's the director of The Hangover, is the one that did that. Todd Howard, not Todd Howard. Todd Howard's the creator or the owner of Bethesda. Blanked, but anyway, yeah, no, creator of the Hangover series, director of the Joker. But yeah, he did the Project X movie, and he almost got canceled before cancel culture existed because of all the people that were like all the like high schoolers that were doing like the Project X parties, man. Like people were almost dying and shit. It's crazy.
I remember that. Good times.
Yeah, good times. All right. Speaking of good times, so we're gonna start kind of wrapping this up, but I do want to talk real quickly. So we were talking about temporal rift,
temporal forces,
temporal rift, whatever. It's a weird name. Paradox rift, temporal forces. That's what it is. The future of Pokemon, I know. So Ryan, talking to him about it, he's convinced that Scarlet and Violet's ruining Pokemon, and I understand why he feels that way because he's an old head. Like he's not an old head, but he's been in the hobby the entire time, so he's gotten to kind of experience all of it and seeing the fluctuations. I do disagree wholeheartedly. I think that now is the best time ever to get into the hobby, but we like Paradox, like we were talking, Paradox Rift is such a incredible set, and I know that a lot of people are a little lackluster on Paldean Fates, and even Temporal Forces what they've revealed so far, like we have 10 SARs and we've seen 6 of them. So that means we've seen all the SARs they're going to put out, plus we have not seen the 4 trainer ones. What does the future of this block look like in your eyes, Jay?
I think there's always a getting used to aspect when it comes to a new generation. I feel like it happened during Sword and Shield,
Right.
And I think we won't get a great idea until the second half of the Scarlet and Violet era, as we did with Sword and Shield era.
Right.
Pokemon, as much as it is a community, it is also a market. And just like any other market, it fluctuates up and down. And I would say at the start of Scarlet and Violet it was down, like overall, whether you guys liked the early sets from Scarlet and Violet or not, overall it was down. Paradox Rift, in my opinion, is the best main set from Scarlet and Violet. I'm not counting in 151 or whatever. Paldean Fates is, I'm indifferent about it. It's like not terrible, it's not bad. I don't know what it's going to look like when it comes out in English. But what we do have to look forward to is the artworks that they're bringing out,
right?
And if they're able to incorporate that into Pokemon that, they got to spread it out a little bit, into Pokemon that we love,
right,
and to Pokemon that they're introducing.
Well, I mean, we have a Magby art rare. We have baby art rares, dude.
Yeah.
Incredible. Also, real quick, hold on, I need to nip this in the bud. I do love a name drop.
Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua.
Friggin'
I love a name drop.
Shedawa.
Yeah, man. First name only bases, Javi. You're right. Joshua, my dude. Yes, yes, man. I do like a name drop, but also like I don't like I use first names for creators if I know them, because at that point, like if I interact with you, you're my buddy, man. So yes, Josh, John, and Misty, Chris, Klein, Joey, Dale, who is good times. Joshua is out.
Joshua's out.
No, Shitty, I love you, brother. I love you, man. But no, Jay, you're right. Like it's about the artwork. Like the artworks in these sets have been incredible, and it's not just the essay. It's not just the secret or the special art rares, secret art rares. It's the art rares that make them, dude. Like the number 3 card in Paldea Evolved is Magikarp, or number 2 card in Paldea is Magikarp. It's an art rare.
Yeah.
Number 4 card in Paradox is Groudon.
That's all. That Groudon is tough to pull. It's tough to pull.
I haven't pulled it yet. I have it in Japanese, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I have that in Japanese, and I have the Yveltal in Japanese. But no, yeah, like it's the momentum that they're putting into like art rares, like just the art rares is enough for me.
I think, I mean, eventually all of this stuff will become desirable to somebody, down the line. Ever since we had that little boom of Pokemon, I'm not gonna say little, it was a big boom, big ass boom of Pokemon. Down the line, it'll be valuable to somebody. But I do still find myself going back to Sword and Shield, wanting to open up those, because I feel like that's. But I only go back to Sword and Shield to a certain extent, right? Like I'm before Chill and Rain, I'm not going back to it for the most part. And I think
we have battle styles, bro. Why are you hating? What's the matter with Urshifu?
The Appleton,
What's the matter with Urshifu?
I'll buy the singles. I don't say that very often, but I'll buy the singles.
I mean the singles are set, like the battle styles is tough to open.
Yeah, it can be pretty. I mean, Chill and Rain can be pretty brutal, but there's like 11 Altarts in there, so I'm like, okay, take my money.
Yeah, but there's 19 Altarts in Evolving.
There's a lot.
There's 19 Altarts in Evolving, and I think so. I'm pretty sure it's 19.
I think you're lying. Are you lying? Are you saying fake news right now?
It's either 16 or 19.
Somebody fact checked them right now.
Hey, somebody, I'll do it for myself.
I have no idea.
I don't know how. many
17 sets packs total. Jeez.
in Evolving? How many alt arts in Evolving Skies? According to Google. All right. Well, that's not helpful.
They're like, what is Evolving Skies? Please elaborate.
Yeah, exactly.
What is Pokemon?
How many different cards are in Evolving Skies? I don't want to know that either. I want to know how many alt arts. Oh, wait, here we go. I can just pull up the set list.
Circus.
Ignore me while I do. All right, so we have Leafeon V. We have
14 said shed.
2, 3, 4,
21,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dude, that Rayquaza V is so good looking.
Mm-hmm.
10, 11. Oh, dude, the Duraludon V even like 12, 13, 14. Is the Sylveon VMAX not in that set?
Has to be. I think there's 17.
Yeah, no, 17. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize there was that many in there.
Yeah, there's okay.
Evolving Skies is amazing though.
But that's the thing. But no, like, so there are 17 alt arts in Evolving Skies. The odds of you pulling one is so package says 16. I may have over counted, but regardless, 16 alt arts in Evolving Skies. You're not guaranteed one in a case of Evolving.
I've seen people open up an entire case and just get one Dragonite alt art.
Yeah.
You know.
But I've seen Pokevault open up.
His product doesn't count. His product doesn't count.
Open up one booster box and pull
your
2
product doesn't count.
Yeah, Sean, suck it, Sean. You're not people.
I'm mad because he keeps pulling the freaking Charizard from Hidden Fates, and I've opened up so much Hidden Fates.
Oh my god. Fucking hell, dude. The SV49 is such a and he pulled it for Brian Lyle after a god pack of V-Star and before a god pack of 151, and then after that the Lovebirds. Like, bro,
doesn't count.
Not real. Fake news.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Tell him I said it. He doesn't count.
Yep. I mean, I just texted him already. So yeah, next time Joey asks you to come on his podcast, just remember he said you got fake news. But no, man, I agree with you. I still go to my LCS every day and spend $3.50 to buy a pack of Lost Origin to crack open, just to notice that I randomly pull a Giratina again or an Aerodactyl, and then I can send it out to Dalesies. I did promise Good Times that if I pull an Aerodactyl again, I'm just gonna ship it to him. Like, it's that man has opened up.
He's been through it. He's been through it.
He's chased that Aerodactyl like I've chased the Giratina.
It's all about batching, man. You got the bad batch over there in New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah. Well, no, he's in New Zealand now. So
even
worse, probably. Yeah. But no, it is the future of this hobby is exciting. Is exciting to me because I feel like we have reached a point where they're prioritizing art over. I don't know, like so I don't play the game, but I know that, like, talking to friends of mine who do, they're so high on these new sets because of the fact that, like, it has great art, great, hyper rares, great alt arts, and also the cards, like the bulk is playable, like massively, like, so they really do seem to care about every aspect of it in a way they haven't, like, in the last block. Like Sword and Shield was a weird one. There was a lot of really playable cards, like a ton, obviously, because rotation meant a lot, but they're really putting a lot of focus on the art.
Yeah.
They took the trainer gallery and turned it into something more special, I think.
I agree.
Especially now that we have, like, it's all yellow border or all gray borders. Yeah, all silver borders.
Gray, silver.
I call them gray. No, they're gray. Like, if you have if it's a hollow, it's silver, I guess. But no, they're gray. Wait, hold on. What did Pokefair have to say? I see what they're doing, but I can't see what the emoji is. Is this
Giratina? It's a
Oh yeah,
Giratina.
yeah, it is. Well, so that's just a regular Giratina. That's just
It's not the
an
alt art.
altered. No, it's not the origin form Giratina, which is the more important one. So we're gonna go ahead and call it here, everybody. I want to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight, hanging out with
Thank
the
you
two of
guys.
us. Yeah. Be sure, if you're not already subscribed to Jay, subscribe to him. The dude, listen, I'm gonna actually sit here and kiss his ass a little bit. I
Hold
started
on.
watching his
Let me get a
content.
wipey real quick.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
So I found Jay's content because he did a podcast with Vault. I knew who he was. I sort of interacted with him a bit during Shed's 24-hour stream because I was on there as well. And again, that's Shed putting me on, early on in my career. Yeah, shout out Shed. Actually, fun fact, talking about my Giratina alt art. So during Shed's 24-hour stream, I had a box of Lost Origin that I was going to be opening on my live stream later that day. So I opened it up, and I opened up a couple of packs, and I opened up some V-Star Universe. Fast forward to my live stream later that day. That's where I pulled my Giratina from. So if I had just opened up that entire Lost Origin booster box, it would have been during Shed's live stream, which is just crazy to me. But no, man, like I found you. I started watching you more consistently after you had Vault on, and Joey, you really do like bring a lot of character and like class to this community, man. Like
I don't know my class, but I appreciate the character.
no, I'd say class. Like
We
you
get
keep
pretty
it classy.
degenerate. No,
I know, dog, but you keep it classy when you have to. I don't listen. No, man. No, like you do. Like you have a style and a swagger about you, but you don't ever charisma. There it is. Charisma, not class, charisma. Still class.
Charisma.
No, man. Look, man. What kind of shoes you rocking today?
I have I always wear these. These are my Air Max 95s.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That's classy, dog.
That's classy.
That's classy.
Oh, you're classy.
Oh, classy.
Yes.
But no, man, it is like you have such a great energy and such a just an earnestness about you, and there's nothing fake about you, and I really appreciate and love that, man. So thank you so much for being who you are for this community, and thank you for coming on to my little show, and thank you for having me on your show, man. Like it's
absolutely, man. I'm gonna have to have you back because I moved the podcast back to the main channel because I was like, all right,
okay.
I can't maintain two channels. Like I tried, but I'm like, okay, let's be realistic. I can't maintain it, so I'm gonna have to have you back on the main channel, so we can do it again. Pause.
Absolutely.
Yeah, have a good time. I mean, we've done like how you said you wanted to do like those big podcasts with multiple people. I've done it. It's so much fun. I'm gonna have you on one of them on my channel. See how you like it. Because I've been wanting to do that again. You, Gonzo, freaking whoever wants to come on, just
absolutely, bro.
Send out a freaking invite to everybody.
Awesome, man. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. I love all of you. We are at 1,100 subscribers now. We are going to hit 2,000 subs by Card Party. That is my goal. That is my dream. Jay, thank you so much.
Absolutely, man.
Chad,
appreciate you.
Thank you guys for being here. Chris Klein, stop fucking spending all your money on me. It makes me so weird, but also thank you so much.
Makes me so weird.
I get so weird about it. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. I'll be back next week with either a podcast or a typical stream. I'll announce it later. See you on the next one. Peace.
Later, guys.